Elemental Saga Part 2, Mamoya, the Wind Dancer. Mamoya was born laughing, not crying, not screaming, laughing, a sound so bright and sudden that the midwife dropped her lantern, and the wind outside the hut burst into a spiral of leaves and dust, dancing in time with the infant's joy. They said the sky had never been so clear the night she was born, not a cloud, not a breath of breeze, just stillness, waiting. Then she laughed again, and the world moved, raised in the high cliffs of Sekukune, where the wind howled through ancient rock arches like 1,000 flutes. Mamoya grew up with the sky as her playground. As a toddler, she'd leap from low rocks and float down like a dandelion seed. By 6, she could summon a breeze to carry her favourite kite, a rainbow serpent made of silk and reed, straight into the clouds. Her parents called it a gift. The elders called it dangerous. "The wind is not a toy," warned old Nkosi, the village seer, his eyes milky with visions. "It carries secrets, it breaks mountains, it whispers names before the dead are buried." But Mamoya only grinned. "Then let it whisper to me," and it did. She learned to ride the gales like a surfer on invisible waves. She could calm a dust storm with a sigh or send a tornado spiraling into the sky, not to destroy, but to cleanse. Once she saved her village from a wildfire by creating a wind wall so strong it pushed the flames back into the canyon, where they burned themselves out. But her greatest test came when Kwesi, the sky bandit, arrived. A rogue windwielder clad in feathered armor, Kwesi believed the air belonged only to those who could steal it. He rode a storm eagle the size of a wagon and used tornadoes to loot villages, scattering homes like dry leaves. When he came for Sekukune, Mamoya stood alone on the highest cliff. "You're just a child," Kwesi sneered, his voice carried on a gale. "The wind answers strength, not giggles." Mamoya closed her eyes. She didn't summon force. She listened. She heard the wind song, not as chaos but as music, a rhythm, a pulse. She began to dance. With each step, the air responded. Gusts wove around her like ribbons. She spun, and the wind spun with her, building not a storm, but a vortex of harmony. She didn't fight Kwesi's tornado. She conducted it, pulling its energy into a spiral that lifted his storm eagle high, then gently unraveled it, feather by feather, until the great bird soared free and flew away. Kwesi fell, not from the sky, but to his knees. "The wind doesn't serve power," Mamoya said, standing before him, the air calm around her like a halo. "It serves freedom. And today, it chose to be free of you." She didn't hurt him. She sent him away on a gentle breeze that carried him miles, all the way to a monastery where wind monks taught humility. But that night, Mamoya dreamed. A council of stone figures sat in a circle of eternal wind. Their voices were like hurricanes. "You will rise. You will bend the skies. You will erase cities from the map." She woke, gasping, her hair floating in the air, the windows rattling. And on her windowsill, a single silver feather, just like the one Mametsi had found. She looked up at the stars. "I'm not alone," she whispered. And far away, the wind carried her voice like a promise.